You ever seen this little jet with its engines mounted way back on the tail? This is the Boeing 717, and it has one of the most fascinating and confusing family trees in aviation history. You might think, oh, a Boeing, it must be related to the 737 or 747, right? Well, not exactly. To understand the 717, we have to go back in time, not to Boeing, but to its old rival, McDonnell Douglas. In the 1960s, Douglas Aircraft Company created a legend, the DC-9. It was a rugged, reliable twin-engine jet, perfect for short-haul routes. It was a massive success, leading to a whole family of jets. The DC-9 evolved into the Md-80 series in the 1980s, which you might remember as those long, pencil-like planes. Then, in the early 90s, McDonnell Douglas launched the Md-90, a modernized version with new, quieter engines. Right around this time, McDonnell Douglas started developing a smaller 100-seat version of the Md-90, initially calling it the Md-95. The goal was to create a modern replacement for the aging DC-9 South that were still flying everywhere. They had a solid design, a proven airframe, and interest from a few key airlines. The project officially launched in 1995 with an order from ValueJet Airlines, which would later become AirTran Airways. But then, everything changed. In 1997, the giants of American aviation collided. Boeing acquired McDonnell Douglas in a massive merger. Suddenly, the Md-95 was an orphan project in a new family. Many industry watchers thought Boeing would immediately cancel it. After all, Boeing already had its own successful 737, and the Md-95 seemed like an unnecessary competitor in their own product line. The project was hanging by a thread. But then, a surprising decision was made. Instead of scrapping the Md-95, Boeing's leadership saw its potential. They realized it filled a niche for the 100-seat market that their own 737 couldn't quite serve as efficiently. So, they decided to adopt it, welcome it into the family, and rebrand it. But what to call it? The next number in the 7 series sequence was 717. Now, this number had been unofficially assigned to a military tanker version of the 707 decades earlier, but it was never used for a commercial plane. So, it was free. And just like that, the McDonnell Douglas Md-95 was reborn as the Boeing 717. The first Boeing 717 took its maiden flight in 1998 and entered service with AirTran Airways in 1999. It was a fantastic plane. Pilots loved how it flew, calling it a hot rod because of its powerful performance. Passengers appreciated the quiet cabin and the 2-to-3 seating layout, which meant fewer middle seats. It was efficient, reliable, and perfectly suited for its job. Unfortunately, the timing was terrible. The aviation market took a massive downturn after the events of 2001, and the rise of regional jets from companies like Embraer and Bombardier created fierce competition. Airlines grew cautious, and sales for the 717 stalled. Despite being a great aircraft, it just couldn't find enough buyers. In 2006, after just 156 planes were built, Boeing closed the 717 production line, which had been the last active assembly line at the old Douglas plant in Long Beach, California. It was the end of an era, marking the final chapter of the iconic DC-9 lineage. Today, the 717 is a rare bird, but it's far from gone. Delta Airlines, Hawaiian Airlines, and QantasLink in Australia still operate large fleets of them. They are beloved workhorses, appreciated for their incredible reliability. So, the next time you see a T-tail jetliner, take a closer look. You might be looking at a Boeing 717, the plane with the McDonnell Douglas Sola, true survivor, with one of the most unique stories ever told in the skies. Thanks so much for watching. If you love stories about aviation history like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the next one.